Hello, Bucknutters, and welcome into the Morning 5 on Tuesday, May 27th, 2014. I am Dave Biddle, and I hope everyone had a great Memorial Day weekend. On today's show, we're going to give an update on Torrance Gibson. Alex Gleitman will go in-depth on the big recruiting weekend that's in store for the Buckeyes, and we'll discuss the departure of Jamal Marcus from Ohio State's program. On Sunday, the nation's number one dual-threat quarterback, Torrance Gibson, announced he would be trimming his list of schools from 15 to 7 at some point this week. Gibson made news last week when rumors surfaced that he was suspended from American Heritage High School in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It was quickly debunked that he was involved in an altercation with the teacher, but the reason for the suspension is still unknown. From our understanding, Ohio State's coaching staff believes Gibson is a good kid, and they're not overly concerned about the recent incident. As for where Gibson will end up, I think he'll be a Buckeye in the end. In fact, I'm pretty confident about that. He hasn't even visited Ohio State yet, but he seems very interested in the Buckeyes. It'll be intriguing to see if Ohio State has moved up from 4th on Gibson's list when he announces his favorites later this week. Now for the latest on the recruiting front that doesn't involve Torrance Gibson, let's head out to our man in New York City, Alex Gleitman.
We'll have a full look at the 2015 recruiting cycle offensive overview later today on Bucknuts, so be sure to look for that. But I know a lot of fans are concerned about the slow recruiting start. Only 2 commits in Urban Meyer's 2015 class, but that is sure to come to an end soon, and it possibly could come to an end this weekend as it's a big recruiting weekend for visitors coming to Columbus. Of course, the Nike Football Training Camp, NFTC, will be held at Ohio Stadium in the Woody Hayes Athletic Center on June 1st. The Elite 11 camp will be at the same location on June 2nd. But before that, or the day after, prospects can visit Columbus. They can't do so on the 1st or 2nd, but they can on May 31st or June 3rd. And there seems to be a lengthy list. We'll have more for you on Bucknuts in a story on Thursday of that final list of visitors. Of course, you can check our pin thread on the front row. But some names just to throw out: running back L.J. Scott, wide receiver Alex Ofadile, wide receiver Jason Stanley, Matthew Burrell, the offensive lineman from Virginia, Justin Hilliard, outstanding linebacker from Cincinnati, St. X, will be in town this weekend. He has stated, just coming for an overnight visit. We'll spend some time with Raekwon McMillan. Sean Crawford, another outstanding prospect, just decommitted from Michigan, Lakewood St. Edward. He'll be in town on May 31st for a visit. Jerome Baker told me about 3 weeks ago that he would be in town. Athlete Nyheim Hines from North Carolina. Athlete Abu Darami is one to watch in Ohio, Westerville South product. And then finally, some talented underclassmen, including quarterback Dwayne Haskins, might be in town. Slot receiver George Hill, he's going to be on commitment watch. I don't think he'll commit this weekend, but he's definitely someone who you can almost pencil into the class for 2016. And then on top of that, quarterback commit Danny Clark, class of 2017, as well as a 2018 prospect. It's a little bit early for that, and Ricky Slade Jr. coming up with Matt Burrell and Tim Settle, as well as their coach this weekend, to participate in the Nike Football Training Camp, as well as visit Ohio State. So as you can see, a lot to look forward to on Bucknuts this week. We'll have plenty of updates throughout the week for you all, and you can check the front row and the front page for those.
Thank you, Alex. Great stuff there. I'm confident we'll see a lot of commitments in June and July, but it'll be nice to get the ball rolling. Hopefully it'll happen this coming weekend. For more on the recruiting front, Bill Kurlick has his recruiting buzz on the site right now. He has updates on Justin Hilliard, Jerome Baker, Sean Crawford, and many other prospects. You need to be a subscriber to read Bill and Alex's recruiting content and to read our other premium features on Bucknuts, such as the boarding house. So if you're not a subscriber, give our free trial a test drive. On Monday, word broke that junior defensive end Jamal Marcus would be transferring from Ohio State. Marcus started the Orange Bowl against Clemson and was one of the few defensive standouts for the Buckeyes in that game as he collected 2 sacks. It appeared as though he was on his way to a bright future. However, Marcus found his way in the doghouse during the spring due to academic shortcomings and was never able to find his way out. To be clear, we don't know if Marcus's departure from Ohio State is due to academics, just that academics is why he was held out of the last 2 weeks of spring ball, including the spring game. Also, to be clear, Ohio State has still not confirmed Marcus's departure. We sent a message to an Ohio State spokesman yesterday and have still not heard back. But presuming the news is true, losing Marcus is not a huge blow for Ohio State due to their outstanding depth at defensive end. but I still don't want to sugarcoat it. Marcus looked like an excellent player in the Orange Bowl, and I was looking forward to seeing him on the field a lot in 2014 and 2015. Noah Spence will begin the 2014 season serving the final 2 games of his suspension, so look for redshirt freshman Tyquan Lewis to start against Navy and Virginia Tech. Senior Steve Miller will also get a crack at the job, and true freshman Jalen Holmes might play more than anyone expected now. I was very impressed with Lewis in the spring, and it's a bit ironic that the departure of one North Carolina product in Marcus is opening the door for another in Lewis. Thank you very much for joining us for the Morning Five. Hope everybody has a great day.